Greetings and salutations! It's the original creative character, Lone Saber the Otaku Cowboy, coming back with another video. And well, it's WWE 2K23, My Rise, The Legacy. And it's been a while since I've been here. It's been a while since I've done this. The last time I really done anything like this was like in the middle of fucking September. And here we are, it's the middle of, well, no, it was the end of September. Here we are in the middle of the fucking November. Where the hell have I been? Well, I've been in a very, very depressed mood for the last couple of months. I tried going along with the punches, and I've mainly been uploading stuff that's been recorded from the vault, and one of those being a lovely, lovely 8-man elimination style match for the Universal Championship, which by the way is my most viewed video so far, with, as of right now, over 3,600 views. Which, I gotta say, thank you for that. That was fucking awesome. Not only that, I've garnered quite a few subscribers since the last time I recorded. I'm almost now up to 40 subscribers. Thank you for that. By the way, if you are not subscribed, please do so. My goal is to get up to 50 by the end of the year. So what have I been doing with my time? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, the whole entire month of October is fucking horror movie central, so there's that. And a couple weeks ago, I decided to rewatch my Marvel Cinematic Universe set, which for me it starts with, and I watch them in a very specific order. I start with Captain America, the first Avenger, and I end with Endgame. Anything after Endgame, I've probably seen once and just toss it aside. Those are like one and done for me. Those are one shots. For me, the Infinity War or the Infinity Saga was the Infinity Stone Saga is my go-to. So pretty much everything after Endgame, even stuff that was still in Phase 3, like Spider-Man Far From Home, I watched it once and just said, okay, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. But hopefully I will be back to my regular schedule starting next week, which means Final Fantasy III live stream Monday, Legend of Dragoon Wednesday, My Rise Thursday, and Final Fantasy VI Friday. I have nothing planned for Tuesdays as of yet, so hopefully maybe at some point I can figure out something for Tuesday to put into perspective. But I digress. You know, I've been talking for almost 5 minutes now, and I should really get to the fucking game. So I don't know where I ended up the last time I played this. Like I said, it's been almost 2 fucking months since I did this. So I'm just going to get back on the high horse and get back to what I was doing. So Main story, I talked to Bailey. I'm not going to. And side story, we got Justine. And we go to the options menu, social media. I'm sure there's a couple of. I'm sure there's a couple of side missions I can partake in. Yeah, there we go. There's one. There's two. Yeah. So, what we're gonna do right now? What we're gonna do is we'll go into our social media, into our DMs. Um, I expect you to take it easy on a vacation. I guess not. Looks like you earned a day or two of R&R. Blah blah blah. Corey Klein, nice win. Even blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. And the other two, Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans. Wow. Well, she's not with the WWE anymore. Hell. Let's go with Lacey Evans. Told her last minute I could really use your help. What's up? Scheduled to have a match on SmackDown, but the husband is out of town and the babysitter just bailed. At the end of the day, my kids come first. Can you fill in for me? Wait, you want me to fill in as what? The babysitter or as you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. Money's money. Okay, so the kids come first. Max upgrade points plus 15. We are going to take it, yes. Yes! Slay Queen! Okay. So let's see what's in the news. What's been going on? I've seen, I don't follow like mainstream news, so I don't know much. Wait, what? I knew it! I knew it! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Something tells me Something tells me this is not going to.
Hey, what did the show tonight? I ended up in town to shoot podcast time.
You have no fucking idea.
Can't. Babysitting for Lacey Evans.
Really? I didn't even know you were friends.
We're not. Long story. Thought I was filling in for her in a match. Turns out I'm filling in watching her kids. She says she'll help me get a match, though.
Any way to get a match is a good one. Nothing wrong with doing someone a favor. Of course, there is another option.
I'm listening.
You could always just not show up. Then there would be someone looking for an opponent. Lacey wouldn't be happy, though.
I'll babysit.
I don't mess with someone's home life. Even if Lacey essentially tricked me into helping her. I'll babysit. Who knows? Maybe I'll even have fun.
Let them push around.
I can handle a few kids.
Yeah. 3 hours later, you hear. Fucking yakety yak.
You'd be surprised.
Or not yakety yak, whatever the fuck that. From the Benny Hill show. Yakety sax, that's what it is. That's what it's called. Yakety sax. Okay. Ooh. Since I'm a gamer, well, I might as well go with gaming news. Apparently there was an awards show recently. You know, I didn't watch it because I don't fucking watch award shows. I don't watch any award shows. Award shows are fucking boring. Even if it's a subject I am impassioned for, which is, and that being video games. I'm not gonna fucking watch an award show for fucking video games. I'm not gonna watch an award show. Period. I've. I mean, I've really lost.
The following contest is
lost,
scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring.
I've never had respect for
Road
award shows. I
Warriors.
mean, award shows. Oh, you get an award.
Super smooth, Jessica Armstrong.
Looking out at the countless members of the WWE.
Yeah, awards
Minutes,
are
they are
all
all
right.
here because of matches.
Not really fun. I mean, I really don't care. But let's see, what else? Oh, quite a bit of drama on the squad regarding a YouTuber by the name of Young Yi. I've never heard of this guy. I've never watched any of his stuff. So I have no idea who the fuck he is. But apparently he garnered a role in the upcoming Yakuza game. And let's just say his voiceover, not really all that great. The two I've seen of this guy one being a side-by-side comparison of the original Japanese voiceover artist compared to
Did not have a short or easy road to the main roster, but she is
which is
thriving
him.
now. Already a
And that horrendous karaoke. Holy fuck, that was horrible. I mean, I know karaoke's bad, but goddamn. God fucking damn, that's fucking horrible.
Excited to be performing for the WWE Universe tonight.
If I ever, I just, my first foray into the Yakuza games is the
We've got ourselves what should be an entertaining contest as Aaliyah takes on a challenger who is quickly making a name for herself here on SmackDown.
Ah, shit.
Name is the key word there, Cole, as in the thing that's opening doors for her.
I have it on good authority. She is making friends
Bitch.
up and down the roster. Even heard she got this match in return for babysitting Lacey Evans' kids. That shows a lot of trust, Corey.
More like desperation to me.
Ah, damn it.
Folks, we're on the horizon.
Knee drop.
What the hell? Yeah, that's what you get.
The springboard. Oh, and she got out there. And that was was an effective attack, guys. Uh-oh. High angle belly-to-back suplex.
Lacey Evans is here to deliver a personal thank you for the...
It doesn't look like she's in a thankful mood.
Oh, Lacey Evans. Yeah, that character did not go over well.
Shoulders down, roll up. The ref not
What the
even
hell is
getting
wrong with you?
big knee to the midsection.
Aaliyah quickly moves.
She's forced onto the defensive now.
But getting back to this Yang Yi situation,
Watch this incredible
he's
core
apparently
strength.
blocking and hiding all posts. He's blocking people, and
Aaliyah's resolve might be wavering here.
Aaliyah has to
hiding
weather
the
the
post
storm.
that pretty much criticizes him.
It's cinched in. This could be it. Oh my God! A small package driver.
2 count. I can't believe my eyes. She just kicked out.
This match is getting pushed beyond the normal limits.
Counters
Oh,
with an
you
elbow
bitch.
right into the face.
Counters on counters. Technical prowess on display.
And more hits up there can leave you dazed.
All the way over. Here's a cover. Could be it. She doesn't even get a count of 1.
She kicked out there, but I don't know how much more she can take.
What's Aaliyah got planned?
DDT! We've
God
seen that
damn it.
matches for Aaliyah.
Cover. And she breaks the count.
Not even letting the ref get to the 2 count.
Costly error there. Close on the back of the neck.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Uh-oh. And a suplex. Hooked up. Boom. Package driver. 2. Digging deep for a kick out. What does she have to do to put her away?
I'm asking myself the same question. I have no idea.
But I'm pretty sure that if anybody, if this Yang Yi dude sees this and blocks me,
Line.
it'll prove my fucking point.
Oh, the European uppercut. And she is sustaining a real focus above the shoulders.
Attacks in that area could leave her opponent in a daze. Got the arm. Disarmer.
A win via submission.
But if I do buy
Unbelievable. This singles match is over.
the newest Yakuza game,
Here is your winner.
I am gonna play it Japanese. I am gonna play the English sub.
I have to imagine
not the
things might have
English
been
dub.
different had this been a fully
This way I
fair
don't
fight,
have to
but
hear
tonight
that
we only have
horrendous
this.
voice.
I don't see how you can say the distraction factor didn't play a factor in this one, guys.
Look, you have to celebrate the fact they won it all by themselves.
Were you watching the same match, Corey?
And speaking of voiceover artist, the original, the person who played the character that Yang Yi is playing, I can't remember the guy's name. I can't remember the character's name. He was more than happy to hand over the role because it's someone who fit the mold, per se. look, I'm all for, you know, I have a saying. Diversity's fine when it's, I mean, diversity is fine when it's organic, but when you try to force it, it becomes, you end up with shitstorm after shitstorm. And it's just horrible. You end up with a shitty product. Yay! Something got done. You end up with a mediocre product, but in the end, you know, like I said, if I end up buying the newest Yakuza game, I do play it. I will be playing English subbed, not English dubbed, because I don't want to hear that horrendous voice. Oh, good. Mixed tag match. Okay. Winner buys Lacey's kids ice cream sundaes. Okay! Speaking of speaking of subjects that I really don't care about, that I really have no interest in, The Marvels released this past weekend to a horrendous opening weekend. The Marvels The Marvels has the lowest opening weekend of any movie in the MCU as of this date. And that includes its predecessor in the record, The Incredible Hulk, which the Incredible Hulk's
one single vision to decimate their opponents by any means.
I mean, I can
necessary.
understand the Incredible Hulk's the reason why that movie came
How dare you
one,
foreshadow
because it
any
was the
wedge
second
coming
movie in the
between these two?
MCU
We're looking at
franchise.
some of the most honorable superstars in WWE.
I mean, have you ever watched The Incredible Hulk? It was just fucking horrible. It was horrible. It was fucking horrible. And
Get ready for one of WWE's most eye-popping athletes.
If what I heard is correct, Edward Norton was basically insufferable. So, let me get this right. They replaced an insufferable
from Biloxi,
actor
Mississippi,
with
super smooth
someone who they
Jessica
could easily
This young
manipulate,
superstar really is the
And,
complete package. She's got power,
who's pretty fucking
determination,
delusional to begin with, and Mark
grace.
Ruffalo.
Apparently, dirt on you, Saxton. Give it a rest.
Oh, I've
She still
seen
has a
some.
lot
I've
to prove.
seen his fucking takes, and oh my god, the fucking world you live in is so fucking pathetic, Mark. You have
This
no.
superstar looks ready to make a
you,
statement.
Chris Evans, have no fucking clue to the rest of us. You live in your own fucking little world. But nevertheless, but I digress. The Marvels, it had the worst opening weekend of the entire MCU library. Not only that, it had the worst Monday after opening weekend. With
one of the most
even
beloved
making less
superstars
than
in WWE.
the Eternals. And that is a stat amongst itself.
Representing
Oh my
K-Bro from Las Vegas, Nevada. Weighing in at 216
I tried to watch the Eternals once. I fell asleep halfway through it. And if I've ever been up, and I'll say this, hand to hand to God or God's weapon. If I've been up for 3 days straight and I really need to fucking sleep, instead of taking sleeping pills, instead of taking sleeping pills or something else to help me sleep, I'll just watch the Eternals. That'll put me to sleep right
The
now.
question of babysitting has brought us here to this mixed tag match where one side will be trying to put their opponents to bed early.
There might not be a title on the line tonight, but I get the impression that Lacey Evans is as fired up as if there were. You can't mess with someone's kids. Unless they're jerks, then it's fair.
Look at this. Right to the spine.
Oh, thank you.
Fancy here. Backbreaker and backbreaker. Trap the arm.
That's not funny. I actually like Chad Gable. He's a good worker.
Put it in the corner now. Oh, what an uppercut. Looking bad for her here. Flying. And Lacey is on the downside of things now.
Lacey has to find an opening and respond.
One arm hooked.
That's
Buster.
terrible.
Is it enough? The cover.
She's not done yet, but you have to believe that she's still in all sorts of trouble here.
Damn it.
Enabled to counter.
Got it cinched in. This could be it.
Oh my God, a small package driver. There's two.
So close. That could have been it. One. Two. Got the arm. Disarmer. It's got to be over.
Oh, nowhere to go. Good throw match out.
Good call, ref.
Did Chad Gable fuck that up on purpose? Are you fucking kidding me, Chad? What the fuck, dude? Come on. Seriously? You fucked it up on purpose. Oh my God. And when I say I watch the MCU, when I say I watch, I don't watch just the movies. I watch, I watch pretty much everything that encompassed the MCU. I start off with Captain America, then I do the one-shot Agent Carter, then I go into both seasons of Agent Carter, then I go into Iron Man 2, wait a minute, no, Iron Man, and then the one-shot, Iron Man, then the Incredible Hulk, then the Consultant, then Iron Man 2, then a funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer, then Thor, then, yeah. And I continue on until Endgame. And that includes, like, Daredevil, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The only things I do not have are Jessica Jones, uh, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, The Defenders, uh, The Punisher, anything that Netflix put out except for Daredevil, I don't have. Which, by the way, Marvel should have stuck to their fucking guns instead of selling the rights to fucking Disney, because you sold the rights to fucking Disney, and this is what you got. This is what you ended up with. You would think that Marvel would have took its fucking cues from the fucking Star Wars franchise. The Star Wars franchise was fucking was good. The original trilogy, absolute masterclass. George Lucas knocked it out of the park. The prequel trilogies, yeah, okay, they were all right. I mean, they fill in backstory and everything like that. The Clone Wars, just like the original trilogy, masterpiece. Then you get to the sequel trilogies. Oh boy, the Disney sequels. And you ever seen that meme? You ever seen the meme where it's like a picture of it? It's like a series of like it could be multiple, anywhere between 2 to several pictures, and then underneath is like a fucking drawing of a horse, and like sometimes it's like the first one is like awesome, and so the bottom is like the end of the horse, and it's immaculately detailed drawing, and then you get to the second one, and it's not as good as the original. It's not as good as the first one, so the drawing's like a little bit more messed up, and then you get to the end. By the time you get to the end, and it's shit, the drawing has become like something that a fucking 3-year-old has done. That's pretty much the Disney trilogy, except all 3 pictures of the horse looks like a fucking 3-year-old drew it. I shit you not. The Force Awakens was, I'll give them that. The Force Awakens was all right. They did Han Solo dirty. They did that. They did my boy Han dirty. And then you had what was the next one? What was the second one? It was the Force Awakens, and then the second one was holy shit! Those movies are so bad. I can't remember what the fucking names of them are. I know the third one's like Rise of Skywalker. But it was basically like, it's like a fucking roller coaster. Oh, we're watching. Oh, here comes the Force Awakens. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, and the second, oh, but here comes the Rise of Skywalker, and and but I digress. It seems to me that over the years, I don't know. I think it might be. It's weird that over the years, if you look at the series as a whole, if you look at the series as a whole, from start to finish, starting with the prequel trilogies and ending with the Disney sequels, it seems that the Jedi training, from where they start out learning to where they become, we're so fucking good, I can do anything, seemed to be getting shorter. The time span kept getting shorter and shorter. Because if you look at this, if you look at the prequel trilogies, it took literal fucking years. I mean, from the time Anakin started, he was a little boy, and then years later, it was like maybe 7-8 years later, with the Clone Wars, he's an adult. He's grown up, so it took him years to do that. And then you get to the original trilogy. It takes Luke months upon months, maybe about a year or so, roughly, because in space nobody can fucking tell time. Apparently. How long has it been? I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. It's been fucking 4 years. It took him months upon months to get as good, to get to where he was from The Empire Strikes Back, or from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi. Took about the span of maybe a year, maybe 2. Whereas the Disney sequels, it was like, just like fucking that. No. All you need to do is just take this online course and you can become a Jedi Master. Yeah, that's it. Plain and simple. I mean, you lack a discipline. You lack a discipline. Yeah. And this is my biggest. That was my biggest grief with the MCU, particularly like movies like Captain Marvel. How she got her powers and how long it took her. I'm still confused as to the plot of that fucking story. I'm still confused to this day about the plot of the fucking story. I could probably watch it 4 or 5 times and I'm like, this makes no goddamn sense. And I know that people are going to go, oh well, the Marvels is the highest grossing movie from a black female director. You don't understand how pathetic of a flex that is. It doesn't matter that it doesn't matter that the director is a black female. It doesn't matter if it's the highest grossing film from a black female director. It's a crap movie. It is a horrible, horrible movie. I watched it. It's derivative. It's at times boring, and it's shoddily written. I mean, there's a reason that it went back for reshoots. It went back for reshoots, and it still underperformed. That's how terrible it was. You know a movie is bad, first and foremost, when it has to go through reshoots to fix stuff. You know a movie's going to be somewhat bad when it has to go through fucking reshoots. Which, in a way, I kind of feel bad for the upcoming Captain America movie with Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie. I think he's a decent actor. He's a good actor. Do I want to see him as Captain America? No. Do I want to see him as the Falcon? Yes, because that's his character. Captain America, I mean, Captain America had his time to shine. Move on. Give it to somebody else. Give it to the fucking Falcon. Don't call him Captain America. Call him the Falcon. Why is it not hard to understand? People complain that I love the fact that people complain about I love the fact that people complain about lack of representation in movies or any sort form of media. Like comic books. I mean, they complain about things like, oh, there's no characters that meet these fucking criteria. They have to meet like fucking certain fucking criteria. And the majority of comic books nowadays, the characters that they come up with, especially if they're original characters, they're fucking self-inserts of the person who created the fucking character, because they want a character that looks like them. You know how infuriating that sounds? Do you have any fucking idea how infuriating that sounds? Do you know how sad and pathetic you have to be to create a character that looks like you? Because you never see yourself represented in comic books. You never see yourself represented in media. Look, I love I've loved comics. Biggest comic character I ever loved, that I was a huge fan of, was Batman. Did I identify myself with Batman? No. Did I identify myself with? Well, let me start. Let me say that again. Did I identify myself with Batman because he's white? No. It certainly wasn't because he was fucking rich. It was because of his ingenuity. It was because of his technical prowess, his ability to solve things with ease, or his ability to solve things with logical fucking reasoning. I saw those things in myself. It had nothing to do with this fucking. You could have fucking made Batman a black lesbian, made him, Batwoman. You could have made it Batwoman and made it a black and made the Bruce Wayne character a black lesbian, and had the same aspects that Bruce Wayne has in terms of intellect, problem solving skills, and whatnot. And I still would have identified with that fucking character. I still would have identified with those aspects of that fucking character. It had nothing to do with their fucking skin color, had nothing to do with their fucking gender, had nothing to do with their fucking sexuality, had nothing to do with their fucking anything of that nature. When will you fucking realize it's got nothing to do with that? It's got to do with the aspects. It's got nothing to do with the physical aspects. It's got nothing to do with the psychological aspect. It's got to do with, it all has to do with, it's got nothing to do with how, if you see yourself as a character. It has to do with what you see in that character that you can represent into yourself. Woo! Okay. But I've been jammering away. I've been jammering away and getting off topic. I shouldn't have done that. I should have focused on the fucking wrestling. I apologize. I just went on a tangent because I'll give one final thought, and this goes to Stephen King. Stephen King has got to be, I used to love Stephen King. I used to love his work. I still do. I still love his work. I don't give a fuck about the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about him as a person, because he's so fucking delusional. And it seems that the most delusional people seem to be the most creative. I don't know. I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a coincidence or what. But Steven, first and foremost, you gotta lay off the political shit. God damn. God fucking damn. I mean, seriously. You're digging, you're just, it's just sad. Second, he says that he's never gone to an MCU film. and he says that um, he says that uh, that people that the majority of people that hate the Marvels are, I'm paraphrasing here, deluded fanboys who think, yuck, girls. I'm gonna say this. Hardly any women saw that fucking movie, Steven. I mean, there are women that I've seen who've posted on Facebook and Twitter that they've seen it. Now, before I get to that point, I love the fact that some of these pictures that I've seen from from the theaters that are playing the Marvels. Some of these pictures are just empty fucking theaters. The only person in... Oh, I'm going to take a picture. Oh, I'm watching the Marvels. I'm so happy. And they take a picture. It's a fucking empty theater. They're the only person there. Yeah. But get back to my point that women have seen it. I've seen posts from women who have gone to see the Marvels movie. And I hate to tell you this, Steven. The majority of these women who have posted that they've seen the Marvels didn't like the fucking movie. Shocker. I know. It's mind-boggling that a movie directed by a female director, let alone a black female director, like that fucking means something, starring 3 women of various skin tones, was seen by hardly any fucking woman. It was marketed towards women. And yet more men saw the fucking movie than women. You lost your target audience there, Disney and Marvel. Which brings me to the point that I'm afraid now to even go watch Deadpool 3 when it comes out next year. Because I'm wondering if they're going to fuck that up. Considering how they're technically bringing Deadpool into the MCU. When they said from what I heard, Deadpool 3 is now going to be a part of the MCU. But that's what I heard. But I'm a little hesitant now to watch Deadpool 3. I'm a little hesitant. And supposedly it's going to be the only fucking Marvel movie to be released next year. And I think 15 years is a good run for a franchise. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th, and even I was disappointed in Jason Takes Manhattan. And I went to the theater and saw that shit. That was so far, besides Freddy vs. Jason, the only Friday the 13th film I've ever seen in theaters. And I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan, and I was, like I said, I was disappointed with Freddy versus with Jason Takes Manhattan. There's a reason that they sold that after it done so poorly. They sold their Paramount sold that shit to New Line. After Jason Takes Manhattan, they said, "Oh, this isn't profitable anymore. We're gonna sell it. Yeah, y'all can have it. Have at it." So, I think that I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see the MCU being profitable at this point. Well, I don't see it being any more profitable at this point. As of right now, they've lost like a couple of $100 million because of the Marvels. The Marvels budget was like $300 million. That's before promotion, and they hardly did that. A lot of it had to do with the Screen Act, the strike. But Oppenheimer hardly, I don't think, had any fucking publicity. Like, I don't think it had any marketing, and it garnered fucking hundreds of millions of dollars. Same thing with Barbie. I mean, Barbie had hardly any fucking publicity, and it garnered fucking millions of dollars. What is the fucking Marvel's excuse? I mean, and that's what it is. That's what it is. It's excuse after excuse after excuse. Instead of taking responsibility and say, "Oh yeah, okay, we realize this isn't the way to go. This isn't the route we need to take to make it a profitable franchise, and we'll move on." They double down and say, "Oh, it's because men are misogynist, racist, homophobic, blah 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 blah, yappity schmappity, talking point, buzzword, buzzword, buzzword." But I digress. I'm gonna get off here. Like I said, hopefully next week I'll be back to my regular schedule. Once again, this is the original critic character, Lone Saturday Taco Cowboy. Signing off, saying goodnight.